From Kalamazoo, direct to you, it's a WKZO.com Quickcast.
You fortunately have the other car lines to keep selling and at least have something to write the losses off against.
Correct.
Some dealers don't have that luxury, the ones you mentioned that just are going out of business. They don't have profits at all anymore to write off the losses in losing this line.
And the amount of bankruptcies that will come out of this, forced bankruptcies, will be massive. I mean, I think with the dealer buddy I was talking about in Wisconsin, it's a bankruptcy. I mean, it's a bankruptcy on his personal level, on his business level, on every level, on his real estate, because, again, these are single-point dealerships. No one wants to turn a dealership with hoist in the back room and 2 layers of parts departments into restaurants, so they're not going to be picked up. They're always in good areas, but no one wants to pay for the building. They only think the land is of the value. It's not the building that's of value. They're valuable to us because they serve our purpose very well. But you're going to see a lot of bankruptcies, forced bankruptcies on guys who were very profitable up until May, whatever the date was, 10th and 12th, and up until that date they were profitable, and now they're bankrupt.
Well, and that's going to filter down to even local governments, because an empty building isn't as valuable tax-wise, and so this is going to filter down to local governments. The problem isn't going to end with the dealers and the employees who are going to lose their jobs. There's going to be further impacts to the communities.
Sure. Car dealers are we're small enough that high school people and ads in their programs for the football or their graduation parties, or we sponsor the Westwood Little League, the Manawan Little League, the West Portage Little League. We sponsor the entire leagues for those. We sponsor the United Way. We've always been a platinum United Way giver, and that's ours. And our goal is to stay in and with those. But as you can see, with dealerships across the nation going out, that's what dealerships were good at, were the smaller involvements. The large corporations did big donations, but you had to be a big person to get the big dollars, whereas the high school students selling their first ad in the graduation program, or they typically came to car dealers and to small business people to get their ads bought. They didn't go to the large corporations.
Right. Have you had any time to think about how you're going to reconfigure your facilities? Which vehicles will be in what showrooms, that sort of thing yet? Or in 23 days, have you not had time to think about much of anything?
We've been reactionary, but we're also trying to make as many plans as we can. It leaves our front showroom, which was the Chrysler and Hyundai showroom. Right now it is full of Hyundais, and Hyundai is a tremendous brand going forward. The warranties, the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, they're going to come out within the next year with a brand new fuel cell technology that will be above and beyond the current cadmium system that they have. Very progressive in their thinking, have diesel in their lineups. Diesel's advantage is it's good on the highway and it's good in the city, whereas a lot of the battery operated, like Hyundai is building forward, battery operated are really good for the city, but when you get to a highway you need to have that gasoline engine backup onto it.
Right.
So we've got both technologies coming in here. We're going to keep our Subaru showroom and VW and Audi showroom all stay the same. But really the only one affected is up front. It does give us additional capacity to stock more Hyundais, more Subarus, more Volkswagens. We'll be a lot more aggressive in all the Subaru Hyundai. When I bought the place, it's kind of funny. It was a domestic dealership. It was a Chrysler dealership that also happened to have Hyundai and Volvo at that time. And now we've become an import dealership. As of tomorrow night, probably exclusively an import dealership, which is fine. Every one of the cars is built. We've got the Hyundais built in Alabama. We've got the Subarus built in Lafayette. Volkswagen is now building their plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We've got our plants are all U.S. based, and they're all supporting U.S. jobs, and it's just going to be a different way of looking at it. Then you look at Chrysler becoming a domestic, becoming a import with its team up of Fiat. So.
Right. Is there, do you have a certain amount of time to remove the signage from the building? I've had some experience with losing a franchise relationship. And do you have a length of time to remove the signs?
We were told that we're not allowed to touch their signs. After all these years, I mean, I still have a sign that, again, I've paid $500 a month for that sign. Well, they've never had enough money to take the name Plymouth off that sign, and Plymouth has been gone since '01.
Right.
And we were told that they will take them down sometime in the next 4 to 8 weeks, and we're kind of wondering about that. We're looking at replacing that sign with a Subaru sign. We've never been able to get a Subaru brand sign in the township, so we'd like to have that Chrysler sign be refitted with a Subaru brand sign, and then have it all complete. So every manufacturer here has a sign on the road.
Right. Is there anything that you think would be helpful for the average citizen to know about what's going on here with the auto business that isn't being covered? Is there, from your perspective, anything you wish more people knew?
I think the largest thing that people don't understand is, in car dealers, we have sordid reputations, and we fought very hard to try to keep a high-end reputation with the dealership. As many of the dealerships, this is a great town of great dealerships, and who give back to the community. But when an independent business person, through no fault of their own, through this bankruptcy that Chrysler and General Motors have gone into, and that's where the issue lies at the manufacturer level. And to say that this is an independent business person's problem, yeah, we're a franchisee of it, but our franchise laws don't exist. Through this bankruptcy, there's a due process that should be done through state and federal laws if you wanted to eliminate a dealership. None of those laws are being applied in this case. There's a complete void of state and federal laws. The only law that's coming into play is the bankruptcy of Chrysler Corporation, and that then filters through their corporation and down into the car dealers themselves. So it's pain brought on that we didn't see coming. You and I talked before. I mean, in January, could I have ever imagined being in this position with Chrysler going away? No, because we were told that if we bought cars, and we kept buying cars and kept buying cars, because we were told if we bought cars, they wouldn't go into bankruptcy. The president of the company told us that. And we bought cars, and we stepped up. And every program they offered, we stepped up and bought the program for them, only to find out that you get a letter that says basically, sorry, hey, all those cars you bought, you got to get rid of them at your cost.
And you've got 23 days to do it.
Yeah. Congratulations. Welcome to the new world of Chrysler.
Well, your point's well taken. If they wanted to put a road through your dealership, the government has the right of eminent domain,
correct,
and they can take the property from you, but not without fair compensation for the property. And this is that same situation, only you get nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And that's it's the baffling thing to it, that, like you said, eminent domain, great, you can take that. No one likes it. You can take it for government, for the public use, and for the betterment, but it's always with compensation. And this is a non-compensation taking of your business, these poor guys who have everything that they have in a dealership. Not only do they have to let go of the 175 people that they employ and infect all those lives, and they're going to go bankrupt and broke, and it's just a devastating issue for people who 30 or 60 days ago were profitable business people in their communities, and supporting their communities, and supporting their charities, and supporting the baseball teams, and supporting the high schools. And this is going to filter through, and it's a travesty. I don't understand if I don't know if the public understands what a car dealership is and that we have to buy everything. I mean, this isn't, Chrysler doesn't own these cars. We own these cars. They don't own the parts. We own the parts. We pay for them before they even leave their place. And it kind of felt like you're out in the rain and you don't even know what an umbrella is or
Right.
any kind of a coat.